Namaste friends, my name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel VedicAstrology. Today we'll talk about Sun in Gemini. That's a very powerful transit, very welcome transit because Suryadev has been in Taurus, which is the enemy sign. So Surya and Venus, Shukra and Surya, they are enemies. Shukra is, of course, the guru of the demons, right? And Surya is the god. And so these are not very compatible. They have different agendas. Whereas Surya in Gemini, Mithun Rashi, that's going to be the Rashi of Mercury, Buddha. And Surya and Buddha are very, very compatible. Buddha is prince, Surya is the king. So king and the prince, son of the king, right? So in this kingdom, so prince and sun, they are very comfortable with each other. So sun is very powerful in Gemini, especially the first 2 weeks, first half of this transit from June 14th through June 29th. Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, will also be sitting in Gemini as well. So that gives additional strength. And in fact, Mercury will enter Gemini exactly the same day, June 14th as well, when Suryadev enters Gemini. So they'll be hand in hand, they'll be very powerful together. And Surya Maharaj will be able to give results much more freely and much better, more sattvic dharmic results in the sign of Gemini. And this will unleash, uh, as I say, the power of our mind. So it'll illuminate our minds. That's the key theme here, Sun in Gemini. So now we'll see for each of the 12 rising signs how this will impact you. So first of all, for Aries rising, Suryadev, as we know, Sun is transiting through your third house. That is sign of Gemini. And Sun is the ruler of your fifth house. And so the fifth house ruler is very strong in the third house. So that's how we want to see. First of all, it will strengthen the fifth house because the ruler feels much more strong in Gemini rather than in Taurus, in Rishabh Rashi, because Surya was in his enemy sign here there. Now, from June 14th onwards, Surya Dev will be much more freely giving the results in the sign of Gemini. So it will strengthen the fifth house as well as the third house. So and the third house is getting additional strength the first 2 weeks of this transit until June 29, because Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is also sitting with Surya. So that makes this house even more powerful. So third house is completely activated wherever sun goes, wherever Surya Dev is there in your chart, in whichever house, that house it gets illuminated anyway. But now, because Surya Dev feels very comfortable in Gemini, so you'll get additional, even more powerful results. So there'll be a lot of mental stimulation. The third house is our courage, and so you'll feel very, very courageous. So this full month, you have immense power to show courage in your day-to-day activities. That's the third house. This is the house for your efforts. This is the house for your younger siblings and your close friends and your neighbors. So all of those relationships with your younger siblings, relationship with your close friends or your neighbors will improve. It'll become more sattvic, more dharmic. It'll give you better results. Now, one caution is not to have too much ego. Don't go alone, because Suryadev has a tendency to go alone. When it feels super powerful, it just goes alone. So that's the caution. You don't want to have any ego issues with your younger siblings, with your friends, with your very close friends, and not like social media friends, but very close friends, and also with your neighbors. Now, third house is also our communication. So this is the time to rise and shine and do lots of networking, do lots of written communication. Emails and all of that will be very powerful. And there'll be focus on documentation and contract signing. So you may sign and do a lot of documentation, which will be very, very fruitful. Now, third house is also the short distance travels. So this is the time when you can actually go around the city or town and meet a lot of people. You'll shine as the king, as the sun. Those short distance travels will be very, very fruitful for you. So go around, do networking, lots of short distance travels, meet a lot of people, and those will help you. Uh, and this will also lift up your fifth house, because we're talking about the fifth lord getting the strength. So fifth lord is strong. That means fifth house gets the boost. So this is a great time to show creativity. That's fifth house, and third house is the skills. So literally, this means a perfect time to be very creative and learn some new skills. Those skills could be with your hands, especially. That's the third house. But in general, amazing time to learn something new, discover all your, bring out all your creativity. This is the period when you'll feel your intellect, your buddhi will be awakened because that's the fifth house. Intelligence is fifth house. And Surya will be very, very strong in Gemini, in the third house. And also, the fifth lord is sitting in 11th from itself, so that is a very good position. So it'll give you rewards and gains for the fifth house. So whenever a lord of a house sits 11 houses away from itself, that gives you gains, and so that means you'll gain a lot of things related to the fifth house. Your children may flourish, your romantic relationships may flourish, your education may flourish, and you may have better luck with the speculation stock market, better health for your heart, especially fifth house is your heart. And then an excellent time, one of the big remedies for you is mantra shastra, lots of chanting, lots of mantras, that is fifth house. And playing a lot of sports also. Be courageous. And so fifth house, third house combination, a great time to play a lot of sports, be physically active. And also this will give a boost to your memory also. That's all fifth house matters. So this will completely activate your fifth house and your third house matters. So that's what's happening with your third house. So for Aries rising, your third house is completely activated. And again, the benefits of this powerful energy in your third house, especially the first 2 weeks, as I said, Mercury will also be there in your sign of Gemini. So it'll strengthen that further. So next we'll look at the sign of Taurus. So remember, this is a rising sign. This is Lagna. Next is sign of Taurus, rising sign Taurus, Lagna Taurus. Now for Taurus, as you see here, Suryadev will be transiting through your second house. And Suryadev is the lord of your fourth house. So for the first 2 weeks, in fact, Mercury, the ruler of second house, ruler of Gemini, will also be with Suryadev until June 29th. So a very powerful time for Taurus people. First of all, this is going to be a really good time for you to speak up, be a speaker, be a leader with your speech. So second house is your speech, right? So that will activate wherever Surya goes, that eliminates that house. It gives that power, that radiance of the king, that leadership quality. So you'll speak as a leader. And this is the time to influence other people through your speech. This is also the time to focus on your food diet. Eat more sattvic food. This transit will help you if you've been trying, to eat more healthy sattvic food. This transit will help you. This is also the time when your family will be the focus, your relations with your extended family, and also good time for your assets, family assets, accumulated wealth and resources. Those will increase. You'll do more projects or more things, more initiatives to accumulate more family wealth. This is also the second house is our right eye, so your eyesight, especially the right eye. So this is good for, this will give you, figuratively, this is a good period where you'll have more inner wisdom in a way. And at the same time, the fourth house is activating. Basically, the fourth house is getting a lot more strength because the ruler feels much more comfortable in the sign of Gemini versus in the sign of Taurus. In Taurus, Suryadev was in the enemy sign. Now it's in a friendly sign. And so this will boost your education, primary education, if you're still a student. This is a good period also for any real estate initiatives, anything to do with vehicles, maybe buying a new vehicle. Also for your mother, this will boost the energy of your mother, your relationship with your mother. This will also give you more happiness, sukha, comforts in your place of residence, in your home. Okay, so this is a good period to have a lot of like intellectual discussions or dharmic discussions at your place of residence, and those could be in with your mother also, with your extended family also. But sort of organize some events, you be the leader, initiate a lot of dharmic discussions at your place of residence. That's your fourth house. Those will give you a lot of insights into what really makes you happy? What gives you inner happiness? That's the fourth house. So that's for the sign of Taurus. Basically, it'll give you this intellectual stimulation, and be a leader and speak as a leader. And now, one caution though. So same thing with your mother, with your extended family. Make sure there are no ego issues, because Suradev, when it gets powerful, it may have some ego. So your words should be coming out as a leader, but not, with a uh, egoistic mind. So you will shine as a leader, but be a compassionate leader when it comes to dealing with your family members, also dealing with the mother, anything related to your place of residence. So that's for the sign of Taurus. Now we'll see the sign of Gemini. For Gemini rising or Gemini Lagna, Suryadev will be transiting through your Lagna, and Suryadev is your third ruler. So third lord is transiting through your Lagna. It'll be a fantastic period for you. Your Lagna lord, Mercury, will also be in your Lagna for the first 2 weeks of this transit for until June 29th. So from June 14th through June 29th, Mercury will also be here. And of course, Venus is there too. But this will completely activate your Lagna, your first house. You'll shine as a leader. The focus will be on yourself, your personality, your body in general. You'll have more health, better health, more immunity, better immunity. Um, uh, you'll shine bright. Your appearance will be very bright. They'll be better. You'll be able to express yourself in better ways. You'll discover your identity, and your also stamina will grow. One caution is not to have ego, because first house is you yourself. It could lead to ego also, but this transit will increase your stamina. Also, the third house is completely getting activated, right? So activated in the sense the third ruler, the third lord feels very strong. That means that will make the third house strong as well. Okay, so you'll be very courageous. That is third house, very, very courageous, and you'll do things with your own efforts. This is also a good time to learn some new skills. Good time for communication, because third house is all the written communication, networking, and marketing and sales, all of that. And the third lord is sitting in the first house. So that means you take charge of all those communication activities. You be the face of communication. Let's say you are trying to do run some events, or doing some marketing for your company, for your business. Do that, with you being the face of it. So you will shine. For Gemini rising, this is a perfect 1 month window where you should do your own marketing, be the face, and um, you'll have a lot of courage, but also you'll come across as a wonderful leader. And go around the town, do a lot of short distance travels, um, and for communication, for connecting with people. Also, this will improve your relationship with your younger siblings and with your close friends and with your neighbors. Again, make sure there's no ego with your younger siblings, with your close friends, with your neighbors, and just being uh, comfortable in who you are, being very strong, believing in yourself. Uh, you'll have a lot of confidence, and that's going to be visible in your personality. You'll shine as a leader. And now, again, be this beacon of light, spread the light. Surya is light and heat, and, shine bright like Surya. That's sun in the first house. Next, we'll talk about the sign of Cancer, Cancer rising, Cancer Lagna. So for Cancer rising, Suryadev will be transiting through your 12th house. Very interesting transit taking place. And now Suryadev is your second house ruler. So what's happening is your 12th house will be completely activated. And especially the first 2 weeks, the 12th Lord, Mercury, will also be sitting in the 12th house. So that will really activate your 12th house. And this will also make the second house very powerful as well, because the ruler feels comfortable. Suryadev has been in Taurus, and which is ruled by Venus, and Surya and Venus are enemies. So Sun was not able to give full results while it was in your 11th house in the sign of Taurus. Now, starting 14th of June through 16th of July, Suryadev will be in your 12th house. Very powerful. It's in a friendly sign of Gemini. So first of all, Your subconscious mind will be activated, completely activated. Your hidden enemies will come to surface. Your hidden skills also on the positive side, they'll come to surface. People will discover, you will discover what things you're capable of doing. This will also activate your connection with other planes of existence, past life regression, astral travel, connection with ancestors. That'll be a wonderful thing. And this is a great period for you to connect with foreigners, foreign people, foreign culture, foreign subjects, learn some foreign subjects, and also literally travel abroad is a very good. So this 1 month is an excellent time for Cancer rising for travel abroad. You'll have a lot of opportunities. You'll shine as a leader, and then also uh, maybe some speaking engagements in foreign countries or talking about some foreign subjects. Okay, so that's the second house connection as well, the speech. And a very good time to go on a retreat um, and um, and literally discover yourself, in some isolation retreat or even like a pilgrimage travel. Now, this is especially for Cancer. Both your second house, 12th house are in the picture. They are very strong, getting activated. So if you've had any eyesight issues, those should improve. Those will improve. And then focus on your eyesight in general. Because second house is the right eye. Surya is represents the right eye, but it's in the 12th house, which is your left eye. So eyesight will improve. And this is the period when you will actually work towards accumulating more family wealth through maybe foreign connections, through going, tapping the power of your subconscious mind, that is 12th house. That's for the sign of Cancer. See, first half of this transit, the your 12th Lord will also be with Surya. But second half, the 12th Lord will actually come to your Lagna. So the whole transit is going to be very strong for you. Just go within, go deep, tap into the energy of your subconscious mind, and you'll shine bright. Next, we'll see the sign of Leo. So for Leo rising, Leo Lagna, Surya Dev is transiting through your 11th house. And of course, the Surya Dev, the sun, is your Lagna Lord. So this is a fantastic period. The Lagna Lord in the 11th house will give you a lot of gains. 11th house is the house of gains. And whenever there's a connection between the first house and the 11th house, that's a very positive combination. It'll give you financial gains. It'll give you all sorts of gains. This is the period when you'll shine bright in the social circles. Reach out to the masses, and you'll come across as a leader. Develop your social network. Reach out to people. Large scale mass communication, media. All of that is activated. Your desires will become more sattvic. You'll have this urge to help the humanity. Okay, so this will definitely bring financial gains as well. 11th house is our wealth, our income, our gains. You'll make friends with more sattvic people, more people who are, leaders. And then also this will further develop your own personality. You'll have gains in figuring out who you are. Self-development, self-confidence will increase. This is a powerful transit where 11th Lord, for the first half of the transit, 11th Lord will also be sitting with the Surya in the sign of Gemini. So this will further strengthen the 11th house. So 11th house and first house connection is there. And you'll this is a good period where you'll actually have better relationship with your elder siblings. Now, be careful not to have any ego with your elder siblings or on the social media or with your friends or with yourself as well. So that's the big caution. But overall, a great period for a Leo rising to rise and shine. You are a born leader anyway, Leo rising. So now Surya in the 11th house, perfect time to go out, mass communication, be a leader, and help the humanity. And also, this will give you good financial gains as well. So that's for the sign of Leo. Next, we'll talk about the rising sign of Virgo. For Virgo rising, Virgo Lagna, Surya Dev is transiting through your 10th house. Okay, and Surya Dev is, or the sun is your 12th Lord. So basically, 12th Lord is coming to your 10th house, right? So transiting through your 10th house. So what does that mean? First of all, literally, you may have a lot of opportunities from foreign countries, foreign people. You may actually travel abroad, and good opportunities for your career throughout this transit, this very powerful 1 month transit, and you'll have this, a lot of inner wisdom, like your subconscious mind will help you with your career. You'll develop a lot of contacts with foreigners also, and this is a good period. You'll shine as a leader in public life. Like, you'll have good public recognition, and you'll get better success dealing with the authorities, dealing with the government officials, dealing with upper management. This is also a period to bring more spirituality, more intuition, more spiritual energy focus in your work, in your profession, in your job, in your business. And that could be in any form. That depends what you're interested in doing, but how you can incorporate more spirituality in your work, in your karma, in your career. Be careful not to have any ego at your work, at your profession. And also, a good remedy for you is to give any kind of donation that will help with your career. So overall, really good period for your career. You may find a new job. You may expand your business, because the 10th Lord will also be with Suryadev in the 10th house for the first half of this transit until 29th of June. And then, in fact, the 10th Lord will go over to your 11th house, which is even better in terms of giving you financial gains. So excellent time for your work, for your profession, for your public life, public image, this whole month of mid-June through mid-July. So next we'll see the sign of Libra. So for Libra rising, Suryadev, the sun is transiting through your 9th house. Okay, that's the sign of Gemini, and sun is the ruler of your 11th house. So now Suryadev feels very comfortable in the sign of Gemini. Previously, it was in Taurus, which is the enemy sign, so it wasn't able to give you as much results for Libra. And for everybody basically. But now from mid-June, it's very comfortable in a friendly sign. So your 9th house is activated. So either you will become a guru, shine bright as a guru, or you'll have association with very exalted gurus. This is the time when your dharma will be activated. 9th house is fully activated. You'll discover your dharma. You'll have more clarity about your belief system. This is a time for long distance travel, pilgrimage. This is the time to spend time with your sangha, have intellectual discussions, dharmic discussions, and also with your father. This will improve your relationship with your father. You learn from your father. You learn from gurus. You may meet new gurus as well. And this will all bring financial gains as well. That's the 11th Lord, because 11th Lord is now feeling very strong in the sign of Gemini. And in fact, Mercury, the ruler of 9th house, will also be sitting with Surya in the 9th house. So that will further strengthen the 9th house. And for the second half of the transit, Mercury will go over to your 10th house, which becomes the second house from the 9th house. So again, this gives strength to the 9th house. So totally, your 9th house and your 11th house are feeling this strength. This is also a good time when you can pick up some higher education. That's 9th house, or discussing wisdom. And then also 9th house, basically it's the house, it's the Saubhagya, the luck, the house of your luck. So your luck will shine upon you. Your luck will be activated, and you'll have financial gains. But also you'll gain a lot of friends on social media. Also, you'll be very powerful. So this is the time to rise and shine and talk about dharma, spread the dharma, and be a wise leader. Now, caution for Libra is try not to have any ego issues with your father, with your gurus, and with your friends, social media especially. Be careful with your words, with your actions with respect to these people. So that's for the sign of Libra. Next, we'll look at the sign of Scorpio. So for Scorpio rising, Scorpio Lagna, Suryadev is transiting through your 8th house, and Sun is the ruler of your 10th house. So this is a very powerful combination. What does this tell us? So first of all, Surya will be very comfortable in Gemini. Sun has been in Taurus, which is the sign of enemy, so that it wasn't able to give you full results. But now It's in a friendly sign of Gemini. Sun and Mercury are friends. And on top of that, for the first half of the month, Mercury is sitting in eighth house as well. So it is further going to strengthen the eighth house for Scorpio rising. Um, and your 10th house ruler is so 10th house ruler is feeling strong in the eighth house. This will bring light to the hidden secrets of the universe. That's one thing. Eighth house is all the hidden secrets of the universe. And so wherever Surya goes, that illuminates that house. You'll have a lot of clarity, a lot of wisdom, a lot of uh, intellectually, you'll understand a lot of things about the eighth house. Eighth house matters. You'll gain a lot of wisdom. And you may also incorporate esoteric wisdom in your career. You may end up actually doing work in all these hidden sciences, esoteric wisdom. You may adopt that as your career. Or you may use that energy, use that wisdom, use those all that hidden wisdom from the third house in your career. It will blossom your career as well. The more intuition, the more this hidden wisdom you use for your profession, for your work, that could be directly, you may be working in those fields, or in your any work job that is not directly into energy healing or these esoteric sciences. Any job, any work, any profession, any line of work that you do, if you incorporate more hidden wisdom, more esoteric, like subconscious mind, energy healing, all of that, you can still use in your profession. That will serve you really well. This is also a good time to focus on shared wealth as a couple. Your combined wealth that will grow. If you also manage wealth for other people as a wealth manager or any other means, this will also grow. This is also a period when you may get good inheritance. There may be sudden windfall of money falling in your lap. And that could be from your profession, from your work also, like getting a bonus and things like that. So that is a very big possibility. So for Scorpio rising, activate your inner wisdom, your hidden, esoteric wisdom, your subconscious, and then apply it to your profession, your career. You will shine. And this will bring a lot of success in your work, in your profession, in your career. So next we'll look at the sign of Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, you see here, Surya Dev will be transiting through your seventh house, and Surya Sun is the Lord of your ninth house. Okay, so first of all, ninth house is the seventh house is the house of relationships. And Surya will be very powerful in your seventh house because it's the sign of, it's a friendly sign. Sun has been in your sixth house for Sagittarius rising, and that was the sign of enemy. Enemy, the Venus and Sun are enemies, considered enemies. But Sun and Mercury are good friends, Prince and the King. And also the first half of this month, Mercury, the ruler of first half of this transit, though, will be in Gemini as well. So very strong period. Now, what does all this mean? First of all, this is the time for like having intellectual discussions with your partner. Could be romantic, could be your spouse, or could be your business partner. Okay, because Mercury is intellect, Sun is dharma. So having a lot of like spiritual discussions, more I can think of like Buddhism, right? So intellectually, you go within and discover. Is this true? Is this true? No, this is not true. Naha iti, naha iti. And then try to figure out what is the real truth. So that is Mercury plus Sun combination in the seventh house will give you immense clarity about your relationship, about you, your part in the relationship, in the partnership. And so, very big caution though, because Sun, whenever goes to the seventh house, there may be ego issues. There may be difficulties with relationships because the story, the mythology, the itihas that we have where Suryadev, his wife Sanjana, had to leave him because he was so bright. So that could be the issue here, that you may be so bright that your partner may feel that, blinding illumination, that bright light. So be cautious on that. But otherwise, intellectual curiosity, intellectual discovery with your partner. And especially because Surya is the ninth lord. So that is also the house of higher wisdom, gurus. One of the remedies I can give is a great time for you and your partner to visit some religious places, church or temples, literally, if that's possible. And also spend time with the gurus, with the Sangha. You can do travel also. Pilgrimage is an excellent remedy. As a partner, as a couple, you guys can travel, go on a pilgrimage. Um, and then also pick up some higher studies like education. You and your partner can start some higher education together, but more than just superficial worldly knowledge. This is the time for spiritual uh, and spiritual wisdom, and do that together with your partner. See, your luck will shine. Your Saubhagya, that's the ninth house. Your luck will shine upon you if you work together with your partner, and work on all the things that we discussed. So that's the meaning of ninth lord visiting the 11th house. I'm sorry, the seventh house. So it is basically 11th house away from the ninth house. So you'll have gains in your higher wisdom if you work with your partner. That's the real meaning. And another thing is, you may actually be a teacher, like both you and your partner could be like a team, teach about dharma, about wisdom, be a guru together. So that's the sign of Sagittarius. Next, we'll look at the sign of Capricorn. So for Capricorn rising, Capricorn Lagna, Suryadev is transiting through your sixth house, and Suryadev is the ruler of your eighth house. So this is a very interesting, very powerful transit going on. First of all, Suryadev is comfortable in Gemini because it's a friendly sign of Mercury. And then secondly, Mercury, the ruler of the sixth house, Gemini, will be with Suryadev for the first half of the transit until June 29th. And then it moves over to your seventh house. So it gains additional strength. Your sixth house gets even stronger. Thirdly, the Suryadev has been in Taurus since mid-May. So it was the sign of enemy. Venus, Shukra, and Surya are enemies. So it wasn't able to give you very strong results while transiting through your fifth house. But now your sixth house is completely activated, and Surya Dev feels very comfortable there. So you'll have the blessings of both the eighth house and the sixth house. Anyway, it's uh, you know, a yoga. So whenever there is a connection between the sixth lord, eighth lord, and 12th lord, that's a very positive blessing. So first, your sixth house is completely activated because the Suryadev, wherever Suryadev goes, he eliminates that area of life. So focus will be on your health. A wonderful, powerful opportunity, window of opportunity for you to focus on your health. Develop some really strong health routines. Secondly, work on service, volunteer, help other people. Surya is dharma. Surya is the most benevolent planet. When it comes to giving, there's no other planet that's more giving than Suryadev, because there are lots of things in the itihas, in the mythology, that Suryadev, for example, Karna, the Surya Putra, the son of the Surya, he gave away his protective chest to his enemies. Right. So that's how powerful, that's how giving Surya is. So this is the time to shine as a leader, be a leader in the community, to do volunteer work, organize people, help other people in any way you can. One caution, be careful not to have any ego, especially in your relationships. There may be like hidden things that come to surface in terms of, oh, you didn't even realize that you were acting as a leader, but then came across as a more, fierce leader than a compassionate leader. So that's a caution. Now, sixth house is also the house of enemies, obstacles, inner weaknesses, all of that. So it is a perfect time to be a fierce competitor. You can sit for exams, literally, deal with other people, or dealing with enemies, internal and external, your Shadripus, your six weaknesses. Um, so anything to do, so you will be able to overcome your obstacles in this period. This may also be a period for celibacy, because Suryadev is very fiery planet. Sixth house is the house of celibacy. And also, you'll shine in your job, in your work, in your profession. If it's like a 9 to 5 kind of a job, you will shine there. You'll be recognized as a leader. Okay. And not a good time to take on any extra loans or debts. In fact, good time to pay off your loans and debts. This is the sixth house matters. And again, eighth house will be activated also. So a really good time to maybe discover some esoteric wisdom that will help you in your health, like take care of both acute diseases and chronic diseases. Acute disease is sixth house, so you will improve your health. This transit will improve your health, but you'll also probably find some cure, uh, some remedies for your chronic diseases if you have any. So be a fearless leader. That's the eighth house, getting activated, and discover, heal yourself from within. So basically, your two dusthanas, dusthanas are considered difficult houses, the sixth house and eighth house and 12th house. So sixth and eighth are getting activated, very powerful energy, positive in energy, positive results for both of those considered difficult houses. So make use of that, and you'll get a lot of blessings. So that's for the sign of Capricorn. And next, we'll talk about Aquarius rising. So for Aquarius, Suryadev is transiting through your fifth house, and Sun is the ruler of your seventh house. So it's a very interesting combination. Uh, so first, this is making a connection between your fifth house and your seventh house. So if you're at that age or at that stage of life where you're considering getting married, and so this is a wonderful combination or transit where your romantic relationship may turn into long-term connection, even marriage. Okay, so this is one of the indications for that. Of course, we have to look at the Mahadasha and the Antardasha you're running, and how your natal chart is, but this is one of the triggers for that. Secondly, your fifth house is completely activated because Suryadev feels very comfortable in Gemini, is sitting in the friend's sign. Mercury and Sun are friends, very good, compatible with each other. And first half of this transit until 29th of June, Mercury will also be sitting here in the fifth house, so further strengthening your fifth house. And so all fifth house matters will flourish, which is your romantic relationships, as we discussed. Also, your children. This is the time to focus on your children. They'll shine bright. Um, Excellent time. They'll do big things. Encourage them to do big things. You can do big things with your children also together. Also, good time for speculation, stock market, um, and also your intelligence. Do a lot of creative things. Fifth house is house of creativity. Um, so you'll have blessings in all those areas. You can also do those things with your partner, both with your personal, your spouse, or with your business partner. That's the seventh house. So seventh house is completely activated. Now, this is better than the energy where for Scorpio that we discussed, because Surya will be transiting through the seventh house for Scorpio, and again activating seventh house. But this for Aquarius rising, seventh house is getting activated in a subtle way. Suryadev is not transiting through your seventh house, but still it is which means it's good that you won't feel that fire energy in the seventh house, but it will activate and make it seventh house powerful because it is feeling very comfortable in the sign of Gemini. So a powerful time, wonderful, positive blessings in your relationship, in your partnerships, and both the fifth house and seventh house matters will flourish. So do things with your partner, do things with your children, do things with your romantic partner as well, or with your spouse, that is seventh house. And you'll have a lot of success, a lot of creativity, higher education also, more than primary education, that's fifth house. And good time for also doing, playing sports, that's fifth house. So all of those will bring you positive results with this transit of Suryadev in the sign of Gemini. So that's for the sign of Aquarius. Next, we'll see the sign of Pisces, Pisces rising, Pisces Lagna. So for the sign of Pisces, as we see here, Suryadev will be transiting through your fourth house. So we're talking about Pisces rising, Pisces Lagna, Pisces ascendant. Suryadev transiting through the fourth house, and Sun is your sixth house ruler. So the sixth lord is transiting through your fifth house. So your fourth house. Fourth house is completely illuminated. Wherever Suryadev goes, he completely eliminates that house, that area of life. So fourth house will be the focus. And Suryadev is very comfortable, very powerful in Gemini because it's a sign of his friend Mercury, who is the prince. Sun was not so comfortable in Taurus because that's the sign of enemy. Shukra and Surya are enemies. That was until mid-June. So mid-May through mid-June, Surya was in your third house in an enemy sign, but now it is completely it can give you full results because it's in a very friendly sign. And Mercury, the ruler of the fourth house, Gemini, is also sitting there for the first 2 weeks. And so, first of all, good time to look at maybe any real estate and investments. Good time to improve your home renovation, or making your home more sattvic, more dharmic. Uh, Organizing meetings, organizing spiritual discussions in your home, inviting other people as well. And then also looking at maybe buying a new vehicle. That is, of course, depends. Also, we have to look at the other things in the chart, but this is one indication. Okay, so this will pretty much, you can make your home as a religious place or a retreat center, or invite people, have some meditation sessions, and good time for education also, like primary education. And then also, sixth house is activated. So sixth house is also the house for health. And so this is a great time to maybe create a home gym, so that's connecting the sixth house and the fourth house. So, or just start doing a lot of exercise even out of your home. So that's all the blessings of this transit for Pisces rising. So your health will improve better. You'll also have more strength to fight with the enemies. That's the sixth house. But your fourth house is getting all the light, all the shine, all the recognition, and so you'll have the opportunity to discover what gives you inner happiness. That's the fourth house. So again, that's for the sign of Pisces. Thanks for watching, and consider becoming a YouTube member, where you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button or next to the video description. And so that in the membership, you get more exclusive weekly videos and other perks as well. Again, thank you so much for your help, for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.